ever wonder why some goalkeepers just keep rising while others, they stay stuck no matter how hard they train? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's discipline. In today's video, we're counting down the 5 most brutal but honest discipline rules that will completely change the way you think, train, and compete as a goalkeeper. If you miss these rules, you'll eventually end up quitting goalkeeping, but if you follow them, no one can stop you. And let me tell you what happened to me one winter when I was still playing youth football. It was January, dark, cold, super windy. There were no team sessions that day, and I remember standing in my room, holding the ball, just staring at it. I had no motivation, I was tired, sore, and honestly, no one would notice if I just stayed home, but something in me just said, do it anyways. So I grabbed my boots, hopped on my bike, and did a 45-minute session. That week, I didn't see any difference. That month, still nothing. But 3 months later, I won the starting spot from a keeper I thought I'd never beat. Because discipline, it's not the same as motivation. It's about showing up, especially when it's hard, especially when it's boring, especially when it's just you and the cold. Because those sessions, they're often the ones that count the most. But there's still one more thing that can completely destroy all the progress in just one moment. Have you ever had one of those weeks where you trained hard on Monday, skipped Tuesday, did something totally random on Wednesday, and by Friday you already forgotten your plan? Yeah, that was me for years. I trained hard, no doubt, but I had no structure, no plan, no idea what I was actually trying to build. And here's the truth that stings a little. Most goalkeepers, they don't fall behind because they're lazy. They fall behind because they train without a plan. They're bouncing from gym to pitch to random TikTok drills and wondering why they're not improving. But discipline, it starts way before you even step onto the field. It starts with a calendar, a pen, and a quiet decision that says, this right here, what it says here is what I'm doing this week. No matter what, you train when it's written down, you rest when it says rest, and you recover even when you feel fine. Build a weekly routine and stick with it, no matter the wind, the rain, the sun, or anything else, no matter what. By the way, if you're tired of bouncing around random drills and YouTube videos and trying to figure it out all by yourself, I built a full system that gives you that structure, that step-by-step plan I wish I had when I was 15 years old. It's not like anything you've ever seen before, and it's already helped over 1,000 goalkeepers worldwide. And if you want to be one of them, go check it out in the description below. Anyways, let's get back to the video. And be honest with me, if I opened your fridge right now, would it look like a serious athlete lived there? Or a uni student living off caffeine and spaghetti? Because for the longest time, that second fridge, that was me. Back when I was 17, I trained harder than ever. I was doing double sessions, gyms, extras, everything. But every afternoon, I stopped by the gas station, grabbed a chocolate milk, a hot dog, sometimes even a Red Bull. Yuck. I didn't think twice about it. I earned it, right? But every week I felt sluggish, even if I slept 8 hours. And you know what? I kept blaming the sessions, the schedule, my workload. But the truth, it was much simpler and a lot harder to admit. I was fueling like a fan, not a wannabe pro goalkeeper. So if you want to feel sharper, lighter, and quicker, you've got to treat your body like it actually matters. It's completely free and anyone can do it. Alright, so you got your structure, you're eating like you actually care, but you know what really separates the good goalkeepers from the great ones? Because often it's not talent, it's not reflexes, it's not who jumps higher or screams louder. It's something far less exciting, but way more important. Let me paint you a picture. You're at the wall, working on your weak foot. There's no coach, you got no teammates around. You're totally alone and it's dead quiet. Just you, the ball, and the same motions again and again and again. And most goalkeepers, they would call this boring, but the best ones, they know this is where the real progress happens. Not in the TikTok saves, not in the new drill you saw online this morning. It's right here, the boring stuff, the repetitions, wall passes, footwork drills, basic handling off the wall, weak side dives, completely alone, focused and locked in. It's not always fun or exciting, and I once read that Novak Djokovic, the tennis player, he has hit the exact same serve motion over 1 million times because he's not chasing excitement, he's chasing mastery. Alright, so you're doing the boring stuff better than anyone else. That's huge. But there is another problem, and if you skip this, you might as well skip everything else too. That's right, and if I walked up to you right now and asked you, can you show me the last 30 days of your training? What have you been working on? What got better? What still needs some work? Could you? Because most goalkeepers can't. But let me tell you a quick story, and it's important, so stick around. I had a friend once. We trained side by side, same pitch, same drill, same effort, and 1 year later, I was playing for the first team, and he was still struggling in the reserves, and it wasn't because of his lack of talent, it wasn't his fitness, it wasn't even his attitude, it was as simple as this. After every session, I wrote everything down, what went well, what needed some fixing, and I get it, tracking sounds boring, it sounds like school, right? And you just want to train, but that's not how progress works. So, if you're super serious about becoming a better goalkeeper, you need to start treating your progress like a project, track your sessions, score yourself honestly, review where you are and where you want to go. That's how professional goalkeepers operate, and if you want to think like one, even though you're probably not getting paid like one yet, you need to track like one. Watch this video next. It breaks down the complete system every serious goalkeeper needs to follow